That, ladies and gentlemen, is a Friday vibe. All right. Happy Friday morning. Thanks for joining us on the Friday version of our First Alert Weather live stream. This is First Alert Chief Meteorologist Steve Beylon. Are you ready for the weekend? Yeah, me too. Are you ready for a cold weekend? Wait, what? Did I lose you? I hope not. Well, I probably should tell you about it, right? Yeah, the temperatures are going to be heading down tonight and into the weekend. In fact, the weekend is going to be like an early little nibble of winter. Anyway, let's get you out to a live sunny shot from our Appleton sky cam. Look at that, hardly a cloud to be found out there. Blue skies, 45 degrees, a west wind around 10 miles an hour, giving us a little bit of wind chill factor, 39. Hey, good morning, Squawky. How are you? What are you looking at? What is down there? I don't know. You tell me. Oh, okay. Well, you go fly down and find out what it is. All right. Meanwhile, in Green Bay, at least downtown, we have some sun. You can see the shiny Brown County Courthouse across the street from the TV station. But our camera's looking northwest. Do you see how the sky looks kind of gray there in the distance? Yeah. We've got some clouds that are going to be arriving very soon. Right now, Green Bay's temperature is 45. Here is a topside view of our visible satellite. You can see those clouds, at least the leading edge of them, have made their way into Pulaski. It looks like they're over top of Swamico and Dykesville. So basically anything north of Highway 29, you're probably seeing mostly cloudy skies. Those clouds are going to be spreading south and east as we go through the rest of the morning and into the afternoon. So clouds increasing. Breezy, a high of 53 around or just after lunch. Our temperatures will begin to fall in the afternoon as we get a breezy northwest wind, and there might be a few showers that glide across the area. This is the beginning of our next weather maker. We've got much colder air coming in for the weekend, and a few flakes could fly. Some of you are not ready to hear me talk about snow, but we will talk about that briefly in our forecast. Now, right now, it isn't really that cold. I mean, it's November 7th, and we're in the 40s this morning. We're at 48 degrees in Manitowoc and Sheboygan, low 40s back where it's cloudy across the north and west. If you keep going north and west, it's a lot colder across central Canada. Temperatures are in the teens and 20s. That's the air mass that's coming in for the weekend. Now, we had a cool front come through last night. It's out over Lake Michigan, moving away. That brought us some showers. There's another cold front that is pushing off of Lake Superior into upper Michigan and northern Wisconsin. This is the cold front that's coming in today. And you'll know it because the wind is going to turn to the northwest, and these clouds will thicken and lower. And right up along the upper Michigan border, up into the arrowhead of Minnesota, we've got some rain and snow showers. And we could have a few flakes flying around the region in our area this weekend. First Alert Pinpoint Predictor, honestly, seems a little behind with the cloud cover, but you get the gist that it's going to be spreading south and east. There's 1 o'clock this afternoon. And according to Predictor, at that point, the leading edge of the cloud cover is towards Highway 10. Wouldn't be shocked the way things are progressing if that cloud cover is farther south, down towards Oshkosh, Kiel, Cleveland, approaching Fond du Lac and Sheboygan, we'll see. Otherwise, it looks cloudy this afternoon, and there may be a couple sprinkles or perhaps a light shower. And any spotty light rain should be diminishing this evening. And then gradually this evening, the clouds will start to break open. We'll start to see some slow clearing overnight. High temperatures today, low and mid 50s across east central Wisconsin. Back across northern Wisconsin, highs will be in the 40s, which is, fairly mild and seasonable, at least for one more day. Tomorrow's just a different kettle of fish. You're looking at highs tomorrow in the upper half of the 30s to about 40. An average high temperature for this time of year is 48 degrees. We'll fall shy of that. We're looking at Saturday on First Alert Pinpoint Predictor. You might see some early sun, but I would expect more clouds, mostly cloudy skies. Now, there is what we call an Alberta clipper. It's a quick moving disturbance coming in from the northwest, and it's going to cut across the Corn Belt on Saturday. You can see it's producing snow mixed with rain across Iowa, northern Illinois. Southern Wisconsin might get in on this precipitation depending on the exact track this thing takes. I am thinking that the Fox Valley is probably going to avoid this precipitation. We've been talking about how the valley might get brushed by some wet snowflakes Saturday evening. I'm starting to think that might not happen. However, as the wind blows in behind departing low pressure Saturday night into Sunday, that north breeze coming off of Lake Superior, running down the Lake Michigan shoreline, is probably going to create some lake flakes. We might see some sun early Sunday morning, but then we'll have clouds, and there are those lake effect snow showers in the north woods trying to push into central Wisconsin. And depending on the exact trajectory of the wind, and really the exact direction is huge sometimes when it comes to forecasting lake effect snow. If that wind is more north or northeast into Door County, we might see some snow accumulate in the northern portions of the peninsula. Now, if that wind is not northeasterly, if it's more northwesterly, then that's going to keep the snow out over the water. So really, just a little angle of the wind can have a big impact on whether you get accumulating snow in Door County, because the fetch of northern waters of Green Bay is not as long as, say, the wind flow coming across all of Lake Superior or all of Lake Michigan. So that helps to limit that lake effect, or in this case, bay effect snow event. So anyway, there's the possibility of snow. Northern Wisconsin, northern Door County. We'll probably get a candy coating of snow late Sunday into Sunday evening across central Wisconsin. Not a whole lot. Most of the snow that would need to be shoveled or plowed would be Oneida, Vilas County, up into western upper Michigan. I mean, in that area there, you might be looking at a handful of inches of snow. Let's see here. I'm just looking at a map. Ashland County and Iron County, you're probably looking at, 2, 3, 4 inches of snow there. In the valley, probably just a couple stray flakes, probably nothing accumulating. Our run of pinpoint predictor has goose eggs for snow total there in Sturgeon Bay, but again, northern Door County, depending on the trajectory of that wind, you might see quite a bit more. Something to watch for, especially if you are north of Egg Harbor. So there's your First Alert Super 7-day forecast. Today, sun, then clouds, breezy, a chance of spotty afternoon showers, a high of 53 degrees. And tonight, we've got an enormous high school football game. It is Freedom at Winneconne. This is the third week of high school playoffs, high school football playoffs. And we want to say good luck to Freedom in Winneconne. There's a tiny chance of a shower at kickoff. Otherwise, with clouds slowly clearing out as the game wears on, our temperatures will be dropping back into the low 40s and upper 30s. It's going to be cold. You just make sure you're bundled up there as you're rooting for your favorite team. Hopefully they can get a chance to go to state. Looking at Saturday, Saturday is noticeably colder than today, a high of 40 for Green Bay. Here's First Alert Pinpoint Predictors highs across the area. 36 in Lakewood and Pembine, 39 for Wautoma and Oshkosh, a high of 41 tomorrow in Sheboygan, 48 is average. And then it looks colder on Sunday. You're looking at 36. Again, lake flakes are possible with sun giving way to clouds. I think you'll see sun, then clouds, and a high of 38 on Monday. There might be some snow showers northeast of Green Bay, but I think Titletown is probably going to be dry. And here's an update, a First Alert update on our Packers-Eagles forecast. 7:15 Monday evening, Lambeau Field. It's going to be cold. Coldest game of the season so far, but it's only early November. How many home games we have left after today? We've got the Vikings on November 23rd. We've got the Bears December 7th. We've got the Ravens, well, the weekend of the 27th or 28th, depending on what the NFL wants to do. So there's still some home games to go. But anyway, those I'm sure will be colder, right? If you're going to Lambeau Monday evening, dress warmly in layers. 32 at the kickoff, so right on the freezing mark. Wind chills dropping down through the 20s. And we'll probably have some broken cloud cover that's floating overhead. It's probably going to be dry. So there you have it. There's your First Alert Super 7-day forecast. By the way, Tuesday is Veterans Day. If there's any ceremonies going on, we'll probably have partly sunny, mostly cloudy skies. It'll be breezy, but not as cold. 42 and going up into the mid-40s towards the middle of next week. There's a front that's going to come through late Tuesday night into Wednesday morning that could bring us a few showers. Otherwise, Wednesday is looking a bit windy. All right, we are not at winter yet, but it's getting close, isn't it? And, if you're thinking ahead to the season that's on the horizon, you know that it can be volatile. Like, there's days where it's bright and sunny. There's days where it is snowing and it's windy. Heaven forbid we get a blizzard, but hey, we all know it can happen here in Wisconsin. And we want you to stay on your toes. Not just you, but your family. Make sure everybody's staying safe as we get into the colder months ahead. Download our free WBAY First Alert Weather app, and that gives us the ability to send you and right to your device forecast updates multiple times a day. Updated forecasts, not just for what's happening in Green Bay, but anywhere where you live in Northeast Wisconsin and beyond. You could be on a trip somewhere across the country and get the forecast delivered right to your phone. And we'll do that update every 3 or 4 hours, so you get the freshest weather information that's possible. WBAY First Alert Weather. So thanks for downloading that in advance if you haven't done so already. All right, Action 2 News, mid-morning, coming up in about 15 minutes. Aisha is munching on something. She's crinkling a bag and drinking out of her thermos there, and she's got her headphones on, so I don't think she can hear me. She told me that she's got Friday fever. Like when you were a kid and you went to like high school or college and maybe you had senioritis. And I think that's where Aisha and I are right now. We're ready for the weekend. We're just ready to get through this mid-morning show. And then I got to run out and do a school presentation at a elementary school in our area. But other than that, yeah, the weekend's just about here, and we're all excited about it. All right, make it a fabulous Friday. Hope you enjoy your weekend as well. Stay warm with the family and whatever you're doing. I hope you have a great time. Thanks for watching our First Alert Weather live stream, and have a great day. All right, bye-bye.